They built this place for one reason only, not to imprison, not to interrogate, but to erase human beings quietly, efficiently, forever. No one was supposed to leave Sobibor alive, but one day in 1943, the prisoners decided they would rather die fighting than disappear without a trace. And what happened next shocked Nazi Germany itself. Sobibor was a Nazi extermination camp hidden deep in the forests of German-occupied Poland. There were no factories here, no labor lines stretching in the distance, no long-time survivor. People arrived by train, men, women, children, entire families, believing they were being resettled. Within hours, most were dead. Between May 1942 and October 1943, at least 170,000 to 250 Jews were murdered here. As part of Operation Reinhard, Nazi Germany's plan to annihilate Europe Jewry. Sobibor was designed to kill fast and leave no witnesses, but the Nazis made one mistake. They left some prisoners alive. A small number of prisoners were selected to work, not because the Nazis valued their lives, but because someone had to sort the clothes, cut the hair, clean the blood. Every day, these prisoners watched new arrivals walk towards death. Every day, they knew the truth, and every day, they waited for the moment when they would be next. Hope was dangerous here. Talking about escape was suicide. The camp was surrounded by barbed wire, watchtowers, landmines, and armed guards trained to shoot without hesitation. Sobibor had only one heady, or so it seems. In 1943, a group of Soviet Jewish prisoners of war arrived at Sobibor. Among them was Alexander Pechersky, a man who had survived the Eastern Front and understood one thing clearly: the Nazis would kill everyone eventually, so escape wasn't optional. It was now or never. Together with the long-time prisoners, they formed a plan so bold it sounded impossible. They wouldn't rush the gates, they wouldn't overpower the guards. They would load Nazi officers one by one and kill them silently right inside the camp. On October 14, 1943, the plan began. One officer was told there were new boots waiting for him. Another was invited to inspect a jacket. Another to check a workshop. One by one, they entered small rooms, and one by one, they never came out. Axes, knives, hammers, no gunshots, no alarms. Until everything went wrong, a body was discovered, a shoot rang out, and suddenly Sobibor exploded into chaos. Prisoners ran, guards fired, mines detonated beneath fleeing feet. Men, women, teenagers running through gunfire towards the forest, knowing most would not make it. Around 600 prisoners were in Sobibor that day. About 300 escaped the camp. Roughly 50 survived the war. 50, but that was enough because the escape did something the Nazis never intended. It proved Sobibor was real. It proved examination camps existed, and it proved victims were not passive. They resisted. The uprising terrified Nazi leadership. Within weeks, Sobibor was shut down. The camp was dismantled. Trees were planted to hide what had happened. They tried to erase it, but they failed because Sobibor became the only examination camp where prisoners organized a successful mass escape, not through luck, not through mercy, but through courage in a place built to destroy it. They did not survive because they were spared. They survived because on one impossible day, they chose to fight back. If this story moved you, share it because Remembering Sobibor isn't just about the past, it's about what human beings are capable of, even in the darkest places ever created.